Alright, hello everyone, thank you for joining. Oh, let me pop up my face, hold on. Okay, so let's see. Alright, there you go. Hello everyone, thank you for joining. Good to see you again. So this is the 9th of May and this is on Sunday. So I hope you're having a great Sunday today. In Japan, in Tokyo, it's a bit humid day today, but it's warm and it's a nice day today. No rains, it's a bit warm, and the summer is coming close in Tokyo. So thank you for joining everyone. Good to see you again. So before starting here, just a quick disclaimer. This information today is basically based on my own understanding experience. So when you take trades, please do with your own risk management. So yeah, and let me say hi to everyone real quick. And Pilo, thank you for joining. Karim and Saman, good to see you. And Asif, thank you for joining. Good to see you again. Alesman and Joel, good to see you too. And Sorash, Siji, thank you for joining. Nasser and Sethu and Ivan, William, Muhammad, thank you for joining. Deborah, good to see you again. Thank you for joining as well. And Suresh, thank you for joining. Suresh. I have just uploaded a video with a one-on-one conversation with Suresh. He is actually the GTS graduate member, and I've posted the video here. So please come to my YouTube channel. If you can just come to the home and scroll down, and you can find the video. So it was a nice conversation with him. We just had the conversation today. And that was about the psychology and also the time efficiency, to the importance of time efficiency we talked about. So you can refer to the video and learn from a conversation. But thank you for the time, Suresh, and it was an enjoyable moment for me. Okay, and let's Aditya and Venant, James, thank you for joining. Arikari, good to see you too, and Kuok, Shanti, Alexander, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you again. All right. Okay, and yeah, you're welcome, Alexandra. You're welcome. Yeah, it's my honor to reply to your questions. So you're very welcome. All right, number 9. Thank you for joining, and Shanti. Once again, good to see you. Dairan, Yuri, Renilo, and Jan, Samuel, thank you for joining. Danish, good to see you too. Katerina, Christopher, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you, everyone. So yeah, the only thing was that the video, the volume of the background music was a bit too loud. So next time I capture the conversation with someone else, I will make sure that the volume becomes a bit lower. Okay, so yeah, so let's start. We have a couple of currencies and also commodities and indexes to cover. So this is the weekend, and every weekend and on Mondays I check the weekly time frames, and every day end and new day I check the daily charts, and every month end I check the monthly charts, because these are when the candlesticks are closing. So in that sense, let's cover the weekly chart on these forex pairs. These are the pairs that I usually watch on my watch list. So let me cover from the euro dollar first. So I do see many comments and questions, but let me cover these after I cover these analysis. Yeah, so in the meantime, please type your comment questions and I will cover them afterwards. So let's start from euro dollar. This is now moving flat because the Kumo is flat. Single spanner A is technically pointing up, but overall this is the flat Kumo. And also the Kijun Sen is up, but Tenkan Sen below the Kijun Sen, and this is a fake Kijun Sen uptrend. Once again, with the Tenkan Sen below the Kijun Sen, and when you see Kijun Sen up like this is a fake So this is still range to me. It's a range. But one thing significant for last week was that we have this inside, this is consecutive bullish candles, bullish market. So this is bullish recently for the last couple of weeks. So this is nicely uptrending on these lower time frames. In forward chart, it's uptrending, but in the weekly basis, this is still ranging. So we have to expect that market can retrace backwards anytime soon. So moving on to Euro AUD, this is also this is downtrending. Sorry, this is downtrending because the Kumo's down and the Kijun Sen down, and the Chikou span below the candles. So although we have this flat ranging market for the couple of weeks, we start to see the potential breakout of the support, and it can happen next week or next week, or in the month of May, it can break the support. So we can continuously pay attention to this pair to look for the sell chance. So that's Euro AUD weekly chart, and let's move on to the Euro Pound. So I'm gonna cover the Euro pairs first. So Euro Pound is now flat, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, but Chikou span below the candles, the price below the Kijun Sen Kumo. So this is bearish, but now it's ranging flat. So it can go up and down, and we're not sure which way it's going on this weekly basis. And for the recent candles, it's been ranging too, so there is no direction at the moment. And Euro JPY is nicely uptrending on the weekly chart too. On the lower time frame is up, but also on the weekly too, the Kumo's up, nicely moving up, and also it's a thick Kumo here. Thick and long, it's a nice Kumo, and also Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen up, Chikou span above the candles too. So we can expect the market breaks the resistance at this 132.37 and continues go uptrending next week. So Euro JPY is good, so let me turn it purple so that you know that this is trending on the weekly chart. And moving on to EuroCAD, this is downtrending. EuroCAD has been downtrending on the weekly chart because the Kumo's down, Senkou span B down, A down, and Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen down, Chikou span below the candles too. So this is a nicely downtrending. But the only thing that I would like to wait for is that Kijun Sen comes out of the Kumo, and then we might see more stable downtrend. But still, this is a nice downtrend. It just broke the support line, and the market looks to be downtrending, so we can follow the downtrend next week onwards. So let me turn this one purple too. Alright, and moving on to the Euro Swiss franc, this is flat. Kumo flat, Senkou span A, retracing backwards, meaning that this is the market retracing flat. Kijun Sen up, but this might become fake because Kumo is flat. Chikou span above the candles, and this is bullish, but now recently the market has been retracing backwards, so it can touch the Kijun Sen and bounce back up like this, but now this is retracing. So in the lower time frames, you will see downtrend, but as per weekly basis, overall this is still retracing. So so that means it can turn up anytime, or it can break the Kijun Sen, and we're not sure which way it's going. So simply we stay away on this pair. So let's move on to some of the USD pairs. So dollar JPY, this is weekly chart once again, and the Kumo's up, but this is a bit too young and too tiny Kumo, and the Kijun Sen flat, so this is ranging. The market is now ranging like this, and there is no direction. So simply we avoid from this pair. And then moving on to dollar Swiss franc, and this is also flat. It's ranging and flat. The Kumo's down. If you see the tip of the Kumo, you can see that this is down, but overall it's ranging, and the Kijun Sen flat also, Chikou span overlapping with the past candles, and this is ranging, so we're not sure which way it's going. But on this one too, in lower time frame, it's downtrending, so you can follow the downtrend on the daily or forward chart. But as per weekly chart, this is still in the middle of the range, so we're not sure which way it's going. So let's move on to the dollar CAD. Yeah, dollar CAD has been a nice downtrend. This one is nice. Daily chart and lower time frames are also downtrending on this one, so I will continuously look for the sell chance on this one. Yeah, Kumo has been nicely downtrending. Senko span B down, A down. After the Kumo twist, and the Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen down, and Chikou span below the candles. So next week, the market might retrace backwards to the Tenkan Sen and be resisted by the Tenkan Sen and goes downward this way. And it can be happening next week or this month at some point, but as long as it goes down, you can follow the downtrend. So that's the dollar CAD, and let's move on to some of the pound pairs. So this is pound USD, and right now this is up. Right now we have the Kumo Senko span A is up, and the Kumo has been bullish, stably bullish in thick and long, and also Kijun Sen is up. And last week was bullish, and we might see the breakout of the resistance at this 1.4016 level, and it can go up continuously. And the next resistance is at the 1.4244 level. So next week the market can reach that level to the swing high 1.4244 level, and it can go up continuously afterwards. So pound USD, I continuously look for the buy chance next week, so I mark this one. And let's move on to pound JPY. Yeah, pound JPY is also nicely uptrending as per Ichimoku, because the Kumo is up, and Kijun Sen is up, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. So in price action wise, this is ranging because the market does not really higher yet. So you might think that this might become a like head and shoulders, and you might expect the market goes down this way. But as per Ichimoku lines, this is uptrending. So I would still expect the market goes up, and market goes up on the bullish in the waves like this way. So this is my view, and I will look for the buy chance in lower time frames on this pair too. So pound JPY is also another nice uptrend on the weekly chart, so we can look for the buy chance, or we can follow the uptrend on these lower time frames. So let's move on to the pound AUD. Is completely flat right now. We have the Kumo's down, sloping down, but overall it's flat Kumo, and the Kijun Sen is going down. However, here's another case that is important of Ichimoku nature, is that Tenkan Sen is above the Kijun Sen. So in this case, the Kijun Sen is going down, and Kumo looks to be going down too. Senko span B down, A down, and oh, you might think that this is downtrending. Chikou span below the candles too, but this is the fake Kijun Sen down because the Chikou span is above the Kijun Sen, in between Kijun Sen and Kumo. Sorry, the Tenkan Sen. Sorry, Tenkan Sen is in between the Kijun Sen and the Kumo here. So in that condition, this Kijun Sen angle can be fake. So to me, this is ranging and there is no trend in the market. So let's go to the pound CAD. Pound CAD is also this is ranging because if you see the Kumo here, this is too tiny. It just twisted last week, but this is too tiny, and over time this is flat Kumo and flat Kijun Sen, and Chikou span is still with the candles, and we had this doji candlestick last week. So it was ranging market last week. Simply by looking at this doji candle from last week, we know that it was a range market. So there is no trend in lower time frames, and there is no entry chances. But this is more of the bearish side because the price itself is below the Kumo Kijun Sen. So you can follow the lower time frame trends. So you can follow the daily chart. If daily chart start to go flat, start to go down, then you can follow it. But now you see you have Kijun-sen flat still, so you can wait for the Kijun-sen point down and look for the next sell chance. So yeah, if weekly chart is flat, then there are two choices. You either stay away or you look at the lower time frames and follow the trend direction. So let's go to the pound Swiss franc. Is also flat. We have the Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, Tenkan-sen retracing. So this is retracing range. It's the range market and there is no trend. So let's go to some of the AUD pairs. So AUD USD is now uptrend because the Kumo's up nicely. Kumo's up and the Kijun-sen is up. So this one is good. We can still expect the market goes up and breaks the previous resistance level. So if we see the trend on lower time frames, we can follow it, or you can follow the weekly trend, and you can follow it as long as the market is above the Kijun-sen for next week and in the month of May. So let's go to the Aussie CAD. This is retracing backwards now, Kumo flat, and Kijun-sen is up, Tenkan-sen down. So this is another fake Kijun-sen angle, and Chikou span also touching the candles. So there is no trend and no trace. Or we have to look at the lower time frames and capture the market direction. And AUD-JPY is nicely uptrending on the weekly, so we can also expect the daily chart or forward chart to be uptrending too. So this one we can forecast to look for buy chance next week, as Kumo's going up and Kijun-sen going up too. So we can expect the market breaks the previous resistance level. Yeah, we can expect the market breaks the previous resistance at this 85.45 level, and it can go up continuously this way. Or it might consolidate. The market might consolidate a bit in this range, and it might be going backwards to Tenkan-sen on the weekly chart, but be supported by the Tenkan-sen and makes this ascending P wave. Is my favorite chart structure. It might become ascending P wave and breaks upwards along the way. So in the daily chart or lower time frames, we better look for buy chance than selling chance on this particular pair. So let's go to the AUD Swiss franc. This is also an uptrend. The Kumo's up still and the Kijun-sen is going up. So although we have the retracing market right now, broke the Tenkan-sen, I still expect the market breaks the trend line and goes up this way. So we can continuously look for the buy chance in lower time frames. I mean daily or 4, we can still look for the buying chance. Okay, and let's go to some of the CAD pairs. So CAD-JPY is also a nice uptrend on the weekly chart, because Kumo's up, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. And the market is reaching to the resistance at this 89.83, but I expect the market breaks that level and reach to the next high, which is at 91.6 is the ultimate target. So, and in this case, on the weekly basis, the market has been supported by the Tenkan-sen a couple of times in the past. So even if the market retraces backwards next week, we can still expect that it's going to be bouncing by the Tenkan-sen and it goes up this way. So but we can continuously look for the buy chance next week on this pair too, as per this weekly analysis. So let's go to CAD Swiss franc. In CAD Swiss franc, this is now consolidating because the Kumo's up. However, the Kijun-sen flat, and we had this doji candlestick from last week. So in this case, I will wait for the breakout of the doji resistance at this 0.7478 level, I will just wait for the breakout and look for the buy chance in a daily chart or forward chart and downwards. Yeah, otherwise it can retrace backwards to the Kijun Sen in this case. So whether the market breaks the doji is the question for next week, otherwise it can retrace all the way backwards to the Kijun Sen in the month of May. And finally, checking the Swiss franc JPY, this is another nice uptrending on the weekly chart. So yeah, because the Kumo's up, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen is up, Chikou span above the candles, so this is bullish. So briefly reviewing the previous resistance level, in this particular market is over here, and this 124.05 will be the ultimate target. The market can still go up until that level. So this is bullish. So we can expect the continuous uptrend next week too. So yeah, these are the pairs that are trending weekly charts. So yeah, these are the pairs that I will be focusing next week. So let's cover the commodity gold. Yeah, the gold on the weekly basis is ranging because the Kumo flat simply it was uptrending on the day or lower time frames, but on this weekly basis this is ranging. So because the Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span very close with the candles, so in the weekly basis it can go up and down, and we're not still too sure which way it's going. So tomorrow or Monday can be retracing, or Tuesday can be retracing, or next week at some point it can retrace backwards. And with that in mind, you have to look for the buy chance, because on the daily chart or lower time frames still uptrending. So I'm looking for the buying opportunity on this one too. And let's cover the US oil. Crude oil is also a nice uptrending on the weekly chart. So because the Kumo's up, Kijun Sen points upwards and Chikou span above the candles. So yeah, this one I expect the market breaks the previous resistance at this 68.16 level upwards this week, next week onwards like this. So yeah, so let's cover some of the indexes. So starting from Nikkei here, this is another potential uptrend. We have the Kumo's up, Kijun Sen became upwards, and a Chikou span above the candle still, so this is bullish. So on this P wave next week or in the month of May, it can break upwards this way, is the expectation here. So because of the Kumo and Kijun Sen angles, this P wave breakout upwards can be expected. So let's cover the Dow Jones. And Dow Jones has been uptrending too, and there is no doubt uptrending because of this easing monetary policy. This is still bullish. The US economy, the stock market is still bullish. So with a low interest rate, this is bullish. As a currency, it's weaker as compared to other currencies because of the negative news last week after NFP. It was sold. But in terms of economy, in terms of stock market, this is bullish. So we can continuously look for the buy chance on this one. And Nasdaq, this is also bullish, but this is weaker obviously than the Dow Jones and also S&P. Nasdaq is still ranging, but we can still see the potential breakout upwards because the Kumo's up and the Kijun Sen up on the weekly chart, and Chikou span above the candles. So on this small P wave, you can expect the market breaks upwards next week. P wave meaning the market has been retracing, and the lows are higher still, so it can break upwards this way. It might retest the trend line or retest this Kijun Sen and goes up this way continuously too. So let's go to the S&P. This is also a nice uptrend. So no doubt uptrend. Yeah, Kumo's up, Kijun Sen up. So it can go as long as it goes. And Euro stocks is another potential nice uptrend because the Kumo's up right now. We have the Senko span B flat, but the A is up, and the Kijun Sen is up, Tenkan Sen is up also. Chikou span above the candles. So next week we can expect the market breaks the previous resistance at this 40.52. So yeah, one of the beauties of Ichimoku is that we can expect the potential breakout. So before the breakout in this condition, I already look for the buy chance and expect the breakout so that once it breaks, it goes very fast. Because of these Kumo structures and Chikou span above the candles, it can break upwards continuously. So that's the Euro stocks. So let me mark this one too, purple. And Dow Jones up, and Nikkei is up, and also S&P is up also. So let's go to the FTSE 100. Yeah, this one is also nicely uptrending, as we have the Kumo's up also, and Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. And this is a nicely stable N wave bullish. So this is a good bullish trend, and it can break the previous, it can go to the previous high, and this 76.82 is the ultimate target in this condition. Of course, along the way it goes up and down, but as long as the market is above the Tenkan Sen, I expect the market will reach to that level in the long term. So let's go to the CAC fronts. Yeah, this one is also uptrending because Kumo's up again, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up, Chikou span bullish, and broke the previous resistance, and this is bullish now. Yeah, last week it broke the doji candlestick upwards. There was a previous week doji, sorry, a second previous week doji has broken upwards last week, and this shows the potential and continuous uptrend. So this one is very nice. So let's go to the Nifty chart. On the Nifty weekly chart, this is also potential uptrend here now, because the Kumo's up, the Senko span B flat, but the A is up, and Kijun Sen is up too, and Chikou span still above the candles. So although we have some retracing weeks or retracing month in the month of February and March and April, but finally it looks like the Kijun Sen Kumo's up now. So the market is getting ready to break out the resistance here. So in the month of May, it could break the resistance at this 15,385.5 level. It can break upwards this way. So I don't think the breakout is going to happen next week, but in the long term, month of May or June, it can break upwards this way. So let's keep an eye on this one, and let's move on to Hansen Index. Hansen Index is now also bullish as Kumo's up and Kijun Sen is up, but one thing doubtful is that the price is exactly at the Kijun Sen, and Tenkan Sen and Kijun Sen overlaps right now. Let me zoom in here. You see Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen overlap with this doji candlestick. So this is to me ranging, and the price can go up and down, and we're not sure which way it's going next week. So this is in a sense ranging market. So better to wait for the breakout of the doji from last week and follow the market direction in that way. So let's go to the AU200. This is also a nice uptrend. Looks like all the indexes are going up now. The Kumo's nicely up, and Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen up, Chikou span above the candles. And the market is consolidating right now, on the P wave, in the lower time frames in the P wave, but it can broken upwards because the Ichimoku lines are bullish, and it can reach to the second target, the previous resistance on the weekly chart at 72.04. It can reach to that level. So let me briefly look at the daily chart. On the daily chart, this is also bullish, and the P wave. You see this Kumo's up, Kijun Sen's up, Chikou span above the candles, and this is the P wave where the resistance at the same level, but the lows are higher. So this is the P wave structure, and next week I expect the market breaks upwards this way. And this is my favorite setup. I've seen this P wave on the AUD pairs this year. From January, this P wave structure is seen on the AUD pairs and also this particular index, and looks like it's been a pattern in the Forex market as well. So if you're looking for the entry chance on AUD pairs and the Forex, you can also look for the P wave and potential breakouts like this way. So yeah, the AU200, I will mark this one purple because this is uptrend still nicely. Yeah, so let's go to the DAX index. DAX index is now flat. The Kumo's flat, Senko span B flat. A is sloping up a little bit, but the Kijun Sen is flat. And here too, you see the Tenkan Sen is below the Kijun Sen. Tenkan Sen is not above the Kijun Sen, but below the Kijun Sen. So in this case, this up move, like a bullish move, can be fake, and it can be resisted at this previous resistance at 15,501 and retrace backwards to the Kijun Sen. Can be expected next week. So I don't see the potential breakout, so this one is not really a good one to look for the buy chance. So yeah, so that covers the whole indexes. So let me quickly cover the news for next week. Yeah, if you've seen the news last week, the non-farm payrolls was negative. Then previous consensus, it was USD was sold so much, and also Canadian dollars was also sold due to this negative news here, and unemployment rate was worse than previous consensus, and that's why Canadian dollars was also sold last Friday. So yeah, let me switch it to this week. So this news website that I'm using is the fxstreet.com. This is a nice one to use. So let's so next week is the from the 10th until the 14th, 10th until 14th, and yeah, apply. Okay, so next Monday the 10th, and the first thing in the morning we have retail sales in AUD. So we have to watch out on the AUD pair next morning on Monday. And moving on to Tuesday, we have the BOE's Governor Bailey speech. So pound could be affected by this speech, depending on the news here. And also Wednesday, we have a couple of news here too. GDP report in pound in UK, so pound could be affected by that. And also CPI in Germany, so euro pair can be affected. And also another BOE speech here, Bailey speech will be here, so pound could be affected. And a couple more news here, another CPI and USD. So the USD could be affected on Wednesday. So moving on to Thursday, we have this another couple of news. BOC, Bank of Canada's governor speech. So Canadian dollars might be affected, and also another speech on pound. So yeah, UK, so pound could be affected by that news. And Friday, there are a couple of US news too. Retail sales control, and also retail sales in the month of April, and then Michigan sentiment index can be affected. So overall, we have lots of news next week, but these are relatively minor news. So they might not gonna be so affected by the news, by these news, the currencies. But we have to watch out for this speech, especially in the UK. The speech are important to watch out next week, and also CPI is relatively higher priority. So in terms of that, you have to watch out on the CPI report on the Euro in Germany on the next Wednesday, and also I would also focus on the CPI and USD on Wednesday, ex-food energy, and also another sales control, retail sales in the US. Yeah, these are some of the important news next week. So yeah, if you're trading the pound and also euro and USD, you have to watch out for these news next week. Okay, so let me review some of the comments and review all the pairs, some of the pairs again. So let's see. Thank you for joining, everyone. Let me have a cup of water. Okay, so just briefly, if you're joining newly here, the pairs that are trending on the weeklies are Euro JPY is uptrending, so we can look for the buy chance this one, and Euro CAD, on the weekly charts, Euro JPY is uptrending, so we can continuously look for the buy chance, and also Euro CAD downtrending, so you can look for the sell next week, and Dollar CAD is nicely downtrending too, so I will be looking for the sell next week, and Pound Dollar uptrending, and Pound JPY uptrending too, and Aussie JPY is uptrending too, and Aussie Swiss franc uptrending nicely. So there is a potential breakout of this descending trend line still, and CAD JPY is uptrending, and Swiss franc JPY is also bullish. So these are the pairs that are trending on the weekly chart. So if you look at the lower time frames, you will have more chance to see the trending markets. So let's see. Yeah, thank you for joining, everyone. Good to see you here. Okay, thank you for joining. Yeah, it's a relaxing Sunday. I hope you're having a great time with a friends, family. And I have been reading books from yesterday and today. It's been like a reading books weekend for myself. I bought some of the books of the Japanese business owners and also Japanese athletes, and reading these books, enjoying these books right now. Okay, let's see. Alright, thank you for joining, everyone. T20 says, hi Kay, would you please look at the Euro Pound and Pound Swiss franc daily? Euro Pound, let's see, Euro Pound daily chart. Yeah, this is range. Yeah, at a glance, this is ranging because Kumo, flat Kijun-sen, flat price index Kumo, and this is spiky, no trend, no trace. That's Euro Pound. And Pound Swiss franc, let's see, Pound Swiss franc is also retracing backwards but ranging. Kumo still flat, Kijun-sen sloping down, and this is gradually moving down. So in this one, this is also important, but there was a 三役逆転 signal. So 転換線基準線 did cross and this Chikou break. So once the market breaks the Kumo next week, the market can go down this way. So yeah, in that sense, this is downtrending, but until it happens, you have to also expect that the market will be supported by this Senko span B, and sometimes it goes backwards from here. So you have to wait for the daily candle close will become below the Senko span B, and after next day, you can look for the sell chance. Otherwise, it might become a pin bar, like there might be a wick low, and the body will still be in the Kumo, and the market can retrace backwards next week. So yeah, pound Swiss franc, if I see the clear breakout, then I will look for the sell chance. Alright, Burika and Thesu, thank you for joining. Good to see you here again. Thesu says, how to backtest for swing and intraday. I use the MT5 for backtesting. It's the great tool. You can backtest, and also you can backtest on this trading view too. There is a bar replay up here, and you can go backwards the candles, and you can backtest your strategies in multiple time frames. You can, for example, you can go back. You can, if you want to go back to this day or the previous day, then you can tap this one, and the market automatically goes backwards on that day. So if you see daily chart, this is uptrending because the Kumo's up, Kijun Sen's up, and switch it to 1 hour, and you can see that this is now ranging. So basically, I would wait for the 1 hour to be moving up and look for the buy chance. So simply, I move the candles all the way until 1 hour chart goes up. So here, the 1 hour chart went up here, and this is exactly when I look for the buy, because the Kumo's up and the Kijun Sen is also up. So I expect the market breaks the resistance and continuously goes up this way. So in this way, you can backtest on the trading view too, and it's also effective to do that. All right, Shanaka and Turung, yeah, eating. Thank you for joining. To see you. Let's see. Let me cover some of other questions. Katerina says, "Hi Kei, can you recommend a good video of yours regarding Ichimoku wave theory?" I've talked about the wave theory on the previous videos. You can come to my website and scroll down a little bit, and you can find the playlist of the Ichimoku Basic lecture. And in here, you can find some of my Ichimoku analysis and views about these theories, and also Ichimoku 5 lines basics. Yeah, so myself, I use Ichimoku, but I use Ichimoku, but I use it in multiple time frames. And when it comes to looking for the entry edge, I'll take the lowest time frame, 5 or 15 minutes. And on these strategies of mine, I usually talk on this playlist, Kei's trading strategy, because this is not, my strategy is not really following the Ichimoku original teaching. This is my original, and that's why I just name it so that you know the difference in between. By this Ichimoku basic lecture, I try to follow the Ichimoku original books and teachings and analyze charts that way. So yeah, so there are many videos in the past. For now, I have been doing YouTube for about like 2 years now, and yeah, it's been quite experience. I really appreciate everybody's support and participations. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do this every day. Okay, let's see. Aditya says, Mr. K, why do you always wait for the current price breakout first and then look for the trading edge? I don't wait for the breakout. For example, in this case, I expect the breakout because the Kumo's up, Kijun Sen is up. But if I see doji candlestick or engulfing, then I wait for the breakout. Because simply in that case, the market is consolidating in the lower time frames, so better to wait for the breakout in that case. But if I see these are consecutive bullish candles without any like doji candlestick or any engulfings, simply the market continues to go up while the Kumo's up, Kijun Sen is up, then I expect the market breaks the resistance and continues to go up this way. And I do the same on these mid time frames too. Let's say in 1 hour chart. In 1 hour chart, in this case too, the market looks to be resisted twice. But as I mentioned on the daily chart, this is too bullish. So I expect the market breaks upwards this way. Because Kumo shows up trending and Kijun Sen is also up trending too. So that's exactly the case on the AU200, just we saw earlier. AU200 on the weekly chart, the daily chart is also the P wave, where the Kumo's up, Kijun Sen is up. So I can expect the market breaks upwards this way. In this case, there is an engulfing structure. So to be safer, you wanna wait for the breakout at this 7125 level resistance. But in this case, since this is a clear P wave, I expect the market breaks and I look for the buy chance in lower time frames. So usually in these conditions, I won't wait for the breakout. Before I thought that I have to wait for the breakout like this. I have to wait for breakout, retest, and enter the market. This is the theory from the book, but the market does not usually go like that. It doesn't always go like that. Sometimes without retests, it just keeps going up like this way too. It happens many times, especially Forex pairs that I'm dealing with. It happens a lot. So I decided not to wait for the breakout and not to wait for the retest. But I try to figure out the way to potentially look for the potential breakout before it happens and enter the trade so that once it breaks, it goes faster. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, thank you for joining everyone. Good to see you here. Okay, Setsu says, for stop loss, do I need to consider 1% or wait until price close below the Kijun Sen? You can consider 2% is my rule, or you can take 1% per trade. And the stop loss, if you're not looking at the multiple time frames, let's say if you fix the daily chart, then in this case the stop loss will be below the Kijun Sen. Is the theory from the book. So if you place a buy right now, then the stop loss should be below the Kijun Sen, and this should be 1% to 2% risk per trade. 1% to 2% risk per trade is recommended. If it's a Forex pairs, I would do the same too. But if you see the market in multiple time frames, then you can have the stop loss below the previous low in 5 or 15, which I usually do. Okay, good to see you. Thank you for joining. It's okay if you're late. That's fine. No problem. Nobody's mad at you. No problem. This is in public. It's not a class. Yeah. Kevin says, I think it's time to short on global stock on May and go away. It will work for 2021. Leave it. The technical, it's DRMA. I'm starting from Tuesday with Wall Street. Gold on the way for the new record 2021. Only, no more stock down. Yeah. Stock market is still going up, indexes, so simply you follow it. And when it stops, then simply you don't follow. So if you look back, for example, Dow Jones, when it was ranging here, if I look back to let's see, 15th of April, until 15th of April on the daily basis it was up, but from here the Kumo started to be in a range. Sorry, on the 19th of April. So until 16th April it was up, bullish, but exactly from 19th of April everything became flat. The Kumo flat, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen flat. Right, so this is too bullish, but because of this flatness on these Ichimoku lines, I won't look for a buy chance, because it might retrace backwards to either Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen in this condition. So I just monitor. In this case, I won't look for buy, or if I place a buy already, then this is a timing when I exit, when I look for an exit timing. And I just wait until the market goes up again. So the whole time it's been ranging until, precisely until, here, exactly until the 30th of April. 30th April, it's been ranging. So it should be precise, like exactly between 19th April until 30th April, it was ranging as per Ichimoku. But from here, I start to see the potential breakout. This is a P wave structure, the squeezing P wave triangle. So, but I expect the market breaks upwards this way, because Kumo's up and Kijun-sen becomes upwards now. So before the breakout of the P wave, or before the breakout of the previous resistance level, this is where I already look for the buy chance and expect the market goes up towards that direction. And now this is bullish. This is the current market as of the 7th of May, and it's been bullish. So I will continuously look for the buy chance until the Kumo and Kijun-sen goes flat. And if you follow the daily trend, daily time frames like this, then this is like an intraday or day trade. But if you do the same method, same strategy with a weekly chart, it becomes more swing. And if you do the same on the monthly chart, it also becomes a swing trade. So in the monthly chart, this is still up Kumo, up Kijun-sen, so there is nothing to exit. Or you can continuously look for a buy chance on the monthly basis and also the weekly basis. But still, you can use the same strategy, but simply by switching these time frames, you can be intraday or day to swing trader. And I myself is a day to swing, in between intraday to swing trader, because I deal with the Forex trades. I only take trades on Forex pairs, and the Forex pairs tends to go up and down every week. So every 2 weeks or every week, it goes up and down on the weekly or forward charts, and that's why I follow these time frames. So let's see. Let me cover some of other comments and questions. Yeah, Maciej, Rosita, and Melanie, thank you for joining. Good to see you. Melanie, thank you for the timestamp as always. It's been so helpful for the viewers and also myself. Thank you for the timestamps. Okay, T-Trader, you're welcome. Let's see, Shanaka says, what should we most consider Senko Span A or Senko Span B? Senko Span B is more important than Senko Span A. Yeah, Senko Span A captured the long-term market momentum, and Kijun Sen is mid-term, and Tenkan Sen for short-term. And Senko Span A is the mid-price of that Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, and it shifted 26 candles forward. So yeah, Senko Span A is the supportive line to Senko Span B. So Senko Span B is more important than Senko Span A. Darina, you're welcome. And yeah, Achutan, you're welcome too. Alright, thank you for joining from India, Rad. Good to see you. And Pranjit, thank you for joining too. Alesman, you're welcome too. He says, thank you very much, Kay. Without your daily live streams, everything would be much more difficult for me as a beginner. I hope that you will have the strengths and the fun to continue with it for a long time to come. Hit the like button, guys. Oh, thank you for the reminder. So yeah, if you enjoyed live stream so far, please press a good button. And if you can subscribe and click the bell button, then you get notified as I do these live streams every day, almost every day. Yeah, so here's the schedule. I usually do the live streams, or yeah, not usually, like every day. Every day I do the live streams at 23 p.m. in Japan time, which will be the public lives. And for the membership live, Ichimoku community membership lives will be on Thursdays and Saturdays at 0 a.m. in Japan time, every on the Thursdays and Saturdays. So it can be either live or video. So this is live stream, but due to my schedule, sometimes it becomes a video. I will record a video beforehand and upload exactly on this time. But every day, almost every day, there are some things going on the YouTube, in this YouTube channel. So if you can follow, it would be great. I will try my best to guide you my strategies and also the Ichimoku analysis. Mo7 says, hi Kay, what if the candle closed bearish on hourly time frame before breakout? Do you still look for a buy? If the candle closes bearish on hourly time frame, then yeah, as long as Kumo's up, Kijun Sen is up, I look for the buy. Yeah, so in that sense, I weigh more on the Ichimoku angle than the price, the candles itself. Alright, Drysick, thank you for joining from London, UK. Good to see you here. Alright, and Radha Krishna, thank you for joining from India. Good to see you. So today I just recorded the video about the with one of the past GTS members, and he's from India. His name is Suresh and he's from India, so you can watch and enjoy our conversation. We talk about some consistency and also time efficiency on today's session. Sorry, the background music a bit too loud, so I will fix it on the next session. Okay. Shanti says, how about Bank Nifty? Alright, so let's cover Bank Nifty. So yeah, focusing on the weekly time frame. Okay, so this is consolidating, it's ranging to me because the Kumo's up. So this is bullish in the long term, but the thing is about the price is at the Kijun Sen now. So although we have the Kumo up, Kijun Sen up right now, we have to wait for the next candlestick close next week. And if it closes above the Kijun Sen, then that could be a continuous bullish. But if it closes below the Kijun Sen, then it can turn to bearish and reach to the Kumo. So this is ranging in that sense. There is no directions up and downwards on the weekly chart, so we have to hold in this case. And as per daily time frame, this is also ranging. Kumo flat and Kijun Sen flat too. Chikou span touching with the candles, and this is ranging. So there's no direction and no trace. So if the market goes up and breaks a Kumo, then I wait for the Kumo twist bullish, and a Kijun Sen points up and comes out of the Kumo, and Chikou span comes out above the candles. Chikou span goes above the candles, and look for buy chance then. And expect the market reach to the previous resistance level at 73,312 level. Otherwise, no trade. Otherwise, the market continuously be in the range. Okay. So, alright, so I guess I will be ending the live stream in about 5 to 10 minutes. So let me cover some of other questions as much as possible. Oh, Melanie, thank you for the reply. Thank you for the reply. Yeah, let's see. Oh, I see comments. How to avoid a fake breakout? Do I need to look into lower time frames? Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you have to look at the lower time frames whether the market can be a fake breakout or not. So yeah, since I got the question about the pound JPY, let me cover that one. So pound JPY is here on the weekly chart. This is nicely uptrending. So I will be looking for the buy chance on this one. And with that in mind, I look at the daily chart. And on the daily chart, this is ranging now. So because weekly is bullish, I expect the market go up like this. So simply when after the Kumo goes up like this and Kijun Sen goes up, Chikou span above the candles, then I will look for the buy chance. And I expect that to happen next week because weekly chart is uptrending. And also same in forward chart. Same in forward chart, I expect also in 4 to be uptrending next week because weekly is bullish. So if the market goes up this way next week, Monday or Tuesday, then that will make the Kumo go up like this and Kijun Sen points up and Chikou span comes above the candles, and I will look for the buy chance then in forward chart. So it's either daily or 4 that I usually confirm the trend direction as a major trend, and if it happens, then I simply look for the buy chance. Yeah. Why JPY is weak from last 5 months? In terms of currencies, I think that reason is because the vaccine's out now, and the JPY is considered to be a a risk hedge currency, And I think the money is going into the gold and also the cryptocurrencies, and that's why I think JPY is getting weaker now as compared to other currencies. And now that in Tokyo is under the state of emergency, so technically we're not locked down. The state of emergency is like, we're not recommended, we're not really asked to go outside from the house unless we do shopping some at the supermarket. We're not really recommended to go out. So and the state of emergency extended until the end of May in Tokyo and some of the parts in Japan. And I think that's one of the reasons why the JPY is getting weaker now. And also the Olympic, Olympic could be cancelled in this stage. So I think these are the newses, the reason why the JPY is getting weaker. In terms of stock market, index, it's too bullish. In terms of index, stock market, Nikkei, this is bullish in the weekly time frame. But in terms of currency, it's weaker as compared to other currencies now. Yeah, Alice says, what about Nasdaq? Yeah, Nasdaq is more of ranging now. In the weekly chart, this is bullish, but this is in the P wave, and we better wait for the previous resistance breakout. Yeah, the Kumo's up, Kijun-sen up, but I would say Dow Jones is stronger, and also S&P is stronger than Nasdaq here. Yeah, Shanti and Karim and Sethu, you're welcome. Okay, so I guess I will be ending the live stream for now. So thank you for joining, everyone. Before you leave, please press the good button. And please subscribe and click the bell so that you get notified as I do these lives and videos every day on my YouTube channel. So I hope you have a great weekend this week. I know the case is still increasing in India especially. The case is increasing, and throughout the world, it's not really stable yet. So I hope yourself, your family and friends, everybody will be safe and healthy. I pray from Japan, and we meet again on the live stream next week. So once again, thank you for joining, and please have a nice weekend, and I will see you in the next one. So yeah, stay healthy and stay gold. Bye for now, everyone. Mata ne. Thank you.